She said, I see you, the world sees you.
Yep. Yep. So Kourtney is killing. That is definitely her jam. So I'm going to give the attention over to Kourtney. If you guys have questions, are you okay with them cutting in and asking questions as we go? Or do you want
I don't like talking to myself. So please, if you have questions, I mean, I do talk to myself, but not normally. So if you have questions, just interrupt me.
Okay. Thank you.
Basically, the 3 forums that have worked for me. Some people use Twitter. I'm not a fan. I haven't quite figured out the Twitter thing yet. To me, it's a little too public than what I would like, especially with as much as I share my family and my kids. But with that, I've kind of taken it back and I keep my kids in my Facebook group. But so the 3 places that I take notes, if you have a paper and pen, the 3 places that I post regularly on a daily basis are my Facebook group, my Instagram, and I have a Facebook business page. So your group, we should all have. That's pretty basic. If you're in business, you have a Facebook group, right? Instagram is super fun. And then your Facebook business page, which you can link your Instagram to your Facebook business page. So anything you share in Instagram will go directly to your Facebook business page. And it makes it easier. You don't have to spend as much time being on both. I just use it as a whole. Your Facebook group, in my opinion, that's for connecting, growing, and selling. So, of course, we all use our Facebook groups for selling our product, right? I mean, other than in-homes and multis, in-person multis, that's what your Facebook group is there for. However, if you become just somebody who's selling to your customers, that's all you're going to be to them, is just somebody who sells them clothes. The main thing you want to do there is connect with your customers and get to know them, chat with them, compliment them. You know, if they're brave enough to post their pictures on your Facebook group, always say something in return. Don't just like the picture. Make them feel valued there, because they're going to keep coming back. And a lot of women do that for validation, believe it or not. It's not just because they think they're cute and they want to share their picture. They do it because they want somebody to tell them that they're beautiful. So tell them that they're beautiful. Let them know that, you know, it works. Don't be an everyday department store. Don't use their methods. Get to know people. Make it a connection and a level more personal. Go live. I know it's scary, and a lot of people, I hear it all the time, it's not my thing, I just don't want to do it, you know, I'm not comfortable with it, but seriously, it connects you with, and don't just go live just to sell. Go live and update them on what you're doing and what you have going on in the area. Going live is probably the biggest thing you can do for your business. Jamie Bagley right now is killing it, and Gina too. I don't think she's on here, but Gina, right now, with their styling sessions, they're making money, but they're also making people feel important. And that's a big thing. You know, Mark and Deanne are very big on our culture and blessing lives. And you're doing that. Not everybody has what it takes to go out and put an outfit together at Kohl's. I mean, I know personally some of my girls on my team, that's kind of why they started this. They would go to a department store and put clothes on and cry in the dressing room because that mom body wasn't the body that they wanted. And when LuLaRoe came around and they found it, they felt beautiful again. So it's really important that we reassure the women that we connect with in our Facebook groups and let them know that we see it too. And with going live, so I had like an epiphany a few weeks ago. I was live on my Facebook group, and it was a really slow night, and we were probably on for 2 hours. It was a slow night, but we talk a lot. We banter, my husband and I, we go back and forth a lot, and people eat it up, so it keeps us on for a really long time. But at the end, you know, I just kind of pulled back and I was like, hey, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with us all the time and being here with us. Because of you guys, we have finally booked a family vacation to Disney World. Like, that was a big thing for me. So, like, I let them know, like, without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And I'm not kidding you, ladies. Like, boom, boom, boom. Let me see number 45 again. Let me see number 22. Because I gave them a reason to shop with me. I wasn't just a profile picture at that point. I was a mom who finally was able to take my kids to Disney World. And people want to help you. If you give them that reason to help you and connect with you, they're going to want to help you more than if you're just some picture that randomly posts and takes the sale. You see where I'm going with that? Like if you connect with people on a more personal level, they're more apt to keep coming back to you. And that, that goes into your customer service on your Facebook page too. The way you talk with people, the way if they have an issue, make sure that you're not just brushing that to the side. Address that and let them know that you're going to take care of them publicly and then private message them. So let them know, I'm so sorry, holes, they happen. Let them know, I'm so sorry this happened to you. This is not the normal in our company. Our damage rate is really low. However, let me message you and take care of you. So you're publicly putting it out there that you're aware of it and that you're sorry, but then you go and take care of them. So other customers are going to see that you're taking care of your customers, and they're going to want to come to you with any issues that you have. And believe it or not, as much as a pain as it is for us, they really appreciate that. The time you take to fix their issues is big to them, because there are a lot of consultants on other teams that don't give those people the time of day. They took that sale and then that ends it for them. Like Patrick said at our training, it goes past the sale. But it's also important to make it known on your Facebook persona. You have to make it known that there's, you're going to take care of people. So make sure in your Facebook group, there are inventory pictures. When you're posting your inventory, you want your pictures to be clean and pretty, very bright. If you don't have the light kit and don't have natural light in your room, go order the light kit. It's like $40 on Amazon, and it's worth every darn penny. I have no natural light in my house, and like all of my furniture is black. My walls are gray, so it's very dark in here. Without that lighting kit, I could never get what I wanted out of my pictures. And you don't need signs and a pretty floral arrangement and a basket on the ground. You just need the garment. That's all people want to see. They want to see the garment. They don't care about what your carpet looks like or the really awesome hardwood floors you have. Make sure it's focused on the clothes. Instagram. So Amy posted today from Megan Parker, who, if you don't follow her on Instagram, and if you don't have an Instagram, I'm challenging you tonight to get one, because they're it's amazing. I had I think it was Danish, I think is what it was. It was a Danish fashion company, like one of my pictures today. Really? Malta Flats, follow me on Facebook and like almost every picture I post. Now there's an algorithm in Instagram where companies that are like, if a company's liking pictures, there's a way for customers to see, like their customers to see what they're liking. So you have to look beyond what you're posting and know that it's all linked somehow and it's all getting out there. And that's where hashtags really come into play. Anybody that knows me knows I'm all about a good hashtag. And even this that Amy posted today from Megan Parker, like, opened my hashtag world up tenfold. I can't believe the basic stuff that she hashtags, but it makes sense, because if other women out there are doing it, you can search it on Instagram. I go on, if I need some inspiration on how to style my Carly, I search hashtag LuLaRoe Carly, and I look at the way all the people are styling their Carlys. So be one of those people that's on that board that they're seeing. I get daily joins on my Facebook group, because on every Instagram post, if it's an inventory piece, I put link in bio. So they're going to my bio where my link is to my Facebook group, and they're finding me that way. I had a new friend today who's coming to an event I'm doing on Sunday. I just met her through Instagram, and she has only ever bought a pair of leggings. I posted my message with her on Homies today, and she's coming to my event on Sunday because she wants to shop with me, because I took the time to take care of her, because I noticed her lost on my Facebook group asking my customers questions. And I said, she's got to be new to this. Let me reach out. And she was like, wow, thank you for taking the time to talk to me and just walk me through this, because our sizing is different than department stores. But yeah, the hashtags are crazy, and the amount of stuff. For me, Instagram is not about selling. You should not be posting your inventory with a price, saying comment, sold, and your email. That's not where you do that. It's okay to share your inventory. I do that. I've really, thanks to Vida, have gotten back in the world of flat lays. So I've been posting my flat lays a lot, and that's where a lot of my joins are coming from right now. It's okay to post your inventory, but not to sell your inventory. And I'm not talking your whole inventory. Like if you take a really, really amazing picture, post it, share it, hashtag it, hashtag the style, hashtag LuLaRoe, hashtag because LuLaRoe, hashtag your team name. If you're, a trainer or a leader and you have a name for your team, hashtag your team name, because you know what? If they like me and they follow me and they someday want to join, I want them to see the fun me and my girls are having under my hashtag. And then they might come join me. Bright, colorful. Most of your pictures should be outside. You should not be posting selfies. You should have somebody take your picture for you or prop that phone up on a wall. That's what I do. I stand on my front porch. I prop it up on the banister in the side of my house, and I take that picture. Whatever you got, if you have to ask a stranger to take your picture, you're going to make them feel good. You ask them. So have them take your picture. It looks so much better than a selfie, and that damn selfie stick, throw it out. It's ridiculous. I can't even with the way it looks. So just have somebody take your, my 6-year-old takes my pictures a lot of time. My 8-year-old girl, not so good at it. My 6-year-old, he's like, and then I've got 20 photos to pick from. It's great. But the main thing for that is to just share who you are and what you're doing and the fun you're having, and, motivate people to get to know the brand and get to know you. And with that, link it to your business page. If you don't have a business page, I highly recommend getting one on Facebook. You can be found on Google. There's, any search forum. If they search LuLaRoe in Bealton, you're going to pop up if your address is in Bealton, which is where I'm from. If, you have LuLaRoe events and you have events up, like whatever they're Googling, there's a possibility you may come up in that. And that's huge. So post your local events on there. If you're doing something local, post it on your Facebook page. Share it with the world. Videos. So tutorial videos. If you can rock that flower on your Carly, take a video of it, how you're doing it, and post it. You're giving people ideas. You're letting them get to know you, but you're not selling on your Facebook page either. You're just giving people information. But you should have the Shop Now button linked to your Facebook group. So if they're on your Facebook page and they're seeing you and they're watching your videos and they're, hashtag brought them to that because your Facebook page is public, so hashtag can be found with that as well. Make sure that Shop Now button is there so they can come shopping in your group. It's huge. Again, post a picture of yourself in your LuLaRoe every single day. I'm not great at this. I should be better at it, but I try to at least do every other day. Women want to see real women in the clothing. You can post the home office pictures all day long. It's not the same. They know it's a model. Get real women in the clothes and take pictures. I was at an event recently and I had 2 amazing outfits that nobody was buying. They've been in my Facebook group, everywhere. And I was like, these outfits are too amazing. I need to get them on bodies. So I was handing out $5 worth of cash. Go put this outfit on. You let me take a picture of you in it and share it in my group. You get this $5 worth of cash for me in the future. And I had women coming back from the bathroom wearing my outfits. Take a picture of it. I'm going to save it for a rainy day. When I can't get outside and take that picture, I'm going to post a picture of them in that outfit. You think outside the box with it too. It doesn't always have to be you. It can be your customers. I was at a party and the hostess's husband decided to put on leggings. Do you think that didn't make it to my Facebook page? Sure did. And I put them all over it. And if you're goofy, embrace that. You just saw. I do it. I've started doing these daily jokes and I've had people come to me and go, oh my God, these are getting me through the day sometimes. And I embrace it. I'm an idiot. I love it. And the more I can do that, the more fun it is. If you're somebody who's really involved in charities and doing work with whatever, animal rescues, whatever, share that. People will connect with the real person that you are. If you're a nurse, a teacher, one of my girls is a teacher. She's constantly sharing pictures of herself with her teacher friends at work that she's brought into Lula. Or, I think I wouldn't recommend doing this with all your students because that could be a problem. But I think one of her students is the niece of somebody who just recently joined. So they had a personal relationship and she wore LuLaRoe to school all the time. So she would take pictures of her with that student. I'm rocking it with my student today. We're matching. People connect with that. There may be more teachers out there that want to get to know you on that level. You're bringing them in. It's just finding those things that work for you and making them work. Any questions? Anybody? I hate talking to myself.
Remind them the name of I'm totally blanking on the name of the thing to hold your phone.
Oh, Gorilla Grip.
That makes a huge difference. What?
Gorilla Grip.
Yeah.
Yes. When I'm going live, so the grip part, it's a bunch of beads on the bottom. You have a basic base. They sell them for all different devices. You know, whatever your device is, you can find it on Amazon for that device. And it's got like, what Amy's showing, these beads on the bottom. Sometimes the beads work great for what you're connecting it to. Sometimes they don't. However, if you have the light kit, that base will screw on to your poles. So when my husband and I go live, we put the Gorilla Grip base onto the lighting base. We screw it on there. We put his phone in there, and we still have 1 or 2 lights up on us, but we use that one to hold the phone still really the whole time. It's amazing. And you can pop it on that pole, take it outside, and do a time share, like the time whatever, to take your picture. I've done that before too. I look like a total idiot in my front yard, but I don't care. I got that picture. Yeah, it's just timed, Justin said. It's just a timer, babe. It's just a timer. I'm trying to think what else.
Your husband loves all your women?
Oh, yeah, Justin said he loves all of you.
Except Amy, she's mean to me.
Certain people to follow on Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you're looking for inspiration, Amelia Lyon is amazing. And I'm trying to think of exactly, I think it's just Amelia Lyon. Let me check. Yep, Amelia Lyon is great. Lindsay Wheeler is phenomenal. Megan Parker is great. Sadie Thompson is pretty great. Let me see. I know I've got them on here. My Instagram right now is just full of all of you guys because I find you and I stalk you. Candace Evans is pretty great. Pretty much any, and DM. If you're not following me, DM, you need to. Her Instagram is great. A lot of people share in Guatemala and different places. There's somebody else I really like, but I can't think of her name. Trying to find her. Amy, do you know of any on Instagram?
The ones that you said, I like Megan Parker, Lindsay Wheeler, and I like Amy Cara too. Amy Cara has really cute Instagrams, like definitely like more of your run-of-the-mill, typical, not like crazy staged. I mean, they're staged, but they're not crazy staged. Like, I mean, she lives by the beach, so she takes a lot by the beach and just kind of walking down the street type things. I love her. She's probably one of my favorites, actually. Might be my favorite.
And the one thing Gina taught me that, like, I love, oh, wow, that's a video, is the look away. Like, I hardly ever, Madison Jane, thank you, Avery, I hardly ever look at the camera. Like, Jamie taught me how to do the look away, where you just kind of look away, where you hold your glasses in your hand and you look away.
And if you do it around me, I promise you I will make fun of you. Because at leadership at that convention, there was this one doorway and everyone's like this on it. I mean, ask Keena. Keena was on here a second ago. I mean, I made fun of them forever because, oh, there's Keena. They were all like legs up and heads back. And I was like, y'all look like fools. Like, don't you want to picture? No, you guys look like anything.
Anything for that perfect shot. I believe at October Leadership, they were climbing a clock thing. It was like a clock. Yeah. I mean, you'll do anything for that crazy good shot.
You guys will.
And I plan out my post in my head, like what I'm going to do that day. I mean, did anybody see my ridiculous pirate post the other day with my sons, Jake and the Neverland Pirate toys? People eat that stuff up. Be a real person, you know, like I just, goofy is my thing. So I kind of can't say that's for everybody, but it is for me. Anybody else? What time is it? Oh, I have 5 minutes left. Please ask me questions. Does anybody have any questions on going live or any tips or hints or anything that you need for that?
Well, I have a question. How often should you post on any, whether it's like, I'm not a huge fan. I don't know Instagram. So how often should people be posting on Instagram? I know they say 2 times on Facebook, but what would you say on Instagram?
On Instagram, you can post as many times a day as you want. I've done as little as 1 to as many as 8. It just, because it's not the same thing. Nobody's getting a notification. You know what I mean? Like, you can drive your customers crazy with notifications on Facebook. Like, I did an album or a wall drop today where I dropped 20 pieces on my wall that were new that I just wanted to try flat lays with. And I know I was driving people crazy, and I apologized in advance. But with Instagram, the more you post, the more you're seen. And as long as they're good and they're of value, people are going to like that. I mean, generally, if people go to Instagram, it's because they're sitting there bored or they're looking for something, or, you know what I mean? So post as much as you want, because it just means you're getting exposure. At the end of the day, we are our storefronts, so we want to be seen as much as possible. And as annoying as that can be on Facebook, on Instagram, it's perfect, because I'm one of those people, I can take pictures all day long, and that gives you a place to post them and not be annoying about it, you know?
And how do you get
that feeling where we're annoying people?
Well, how did you get a following?
Hashtags.
Okay.
You have to hashtag. It's crazy and it sounds childish, and my husband made fun of me for months over the hashtags. But they work. They really do. I mean, I had a fashion week photographer like my pictures. Because if I don't recognize a name, I'm like, oh, who's this? And I look. And sometimes it blows my mind, the people that are seeing my pictures. I mean, that's getting me crazy exposure. And you have to think like a fashion retailer when you're doing this. You can't think like, you know, no offense to anyone, because I was there too. You can't think like a 31 consultant or, you know, a Scentsy consultant and it's just sale, sale, sale. You have to think as yourself as a brand. You know, brand yourself. I've branded myself as this goofy, fun, outgoing, giggly person. Find something that works for you and brand yourself, and it really will make a difference. If you're that mom that is up every day at 5 a.m. drinking your coffee, post that cup of coffee and the fact that you're up at 5 a.m. Like working mom, stay-at-home mom, hashtag drinking my coffee. I mean, there are people out there that are going to relate to all walks of life. You just have to figure out what yours is and brand yourself with it. It gets so, I'm not an awkward silent person. I can't handle it.
You should touch on the Facebook Live thing and we'll get yeah.
What gets me through my Facebook Lives? My husband gets me through my Facebook Lives.
Right.
Go ahead, Maria.
That's right.
Which should come first if you're setting up an Instagram and the Facebook business account? Which should you do first?
If you're posting?
No. I mean, like, I don't have either of those. Which one should I set up first?
Both. It doesn't matter.
Really? Yeah, it really doesn't matter, but it's so simple. Do them both.
Well, couldn't you start with Instagram before your inventory comes? And then?
Yes. Are you, so you don't have your inventory yet, Maria?
Oh, no, I have everything. I'm a week in. I just don't have
okay. So set up your Instagram. Yeah. Figure that out. You know, post yourself as you're getting started, and you even do that, like hashtag LuLaRoe newbie. You know, as you're figuring things out and going along, get your Instagram going, get your following up, and then, you know, when you're comfortable and ready to do it, take it to your page. And then once you do that, make sure you have your accounts linked within Instagram so that anything you're posting on Instagram is going directly to your page. And then you don't have to post twice. I mean, the only time I really go physically on to my Facebook page and post is when I'm posting an event. Because I don't typically share those on Instagram because it is very public. But not that a business page isn't, but I feel like I have more control there over who's seeing what. So I post just pretty much, you know, and informational videos, things that are too long to post on Instagram, I'll post on Facebook. And no, Angie, I think that was you. Yeah, Amy said no. You can pay to boost your post. So if you want to boost your post, you can pay to boost it. And I highly recommend doing that, especially if you have an event that's really big and popular. You know, if you're doing a multi with 20 other consultants, boost it and get it out there. You can choose your demographic. You can choose the age ranges. You can choose, I mean, literally, we had the Lula Fashion Fiesta page, and when I boosted it, I could target my area. I could target Cassie's area out in California. I could target Iowa, where I have girls, and they all can, it'll post to all those different areas.
And that what she's referring to as the boosting is when you see something that says sponsored. That's what that means. That just means, right? So you're paying other people to see it. There are a few consultants that like Sadie Thompson is one I see weekly. She must put some serious cash down on sponsored ads because she has it up all the time. I mean, she's a minimum once a week in my news feeds. And so you're just getting new people to see your page or to like your page. You're paying for your post.
You can run it for as long as you want, for as much money as you want. Like you can do as little as like $3 for 2 days, or you can do $50 and do the whole month. It's totally up to you. And then Facebook bills you at the end of the month. So you literally put your debit or credit card on your account. It'll ask you for it, and it bills you at the end of the month. It'll charge you for whatever you ran for that month.
A lot of people are starting to do that, a lot. And they're doing it maybe even like with a giveaway, or they're not even, some are doing like $100, or I've seen a couple $500 spending spree or spending sprees. And then I've seen one that just is telling you like making a connection like, hi, my name's such and such. And they're pretty much putting all the information about them so people can feel that connection. And it's nothing about, asking for or giving them donations or giveaways, or not donations, but giveaways or anything of that sort. It's just like saying, hey, my name's Amy, this is my business type thing. So if you look up sponsored ads, you probably see like 10, or you probably see a good at least 10 a day through your feed. That's starting to work really well for a lot of people.
But for sure, everybody, when you get off here, if you haven't seen it already, go to the post that Amy put on Homies Today from Megan Parker and copy it and save it to your notes in your iPhone or whatever you have, so that if you're trying to figure out and navigate Instagram for the first time, you have that as a reference. I would definitely recommend doing that. I mean, I printed it off and saved it on, because sometimes, in your everyday life, it is hard to remember all the different things and outlets that you can use. So if you have a reference or, your notes saved somewhere, if I need ideas, it's nice to have that to go, oh, I could hashtag coffee, but sometimes those things are mindless and we don't think of them. So it is nice to have that reference to go when we need it. Anybody else? Let me see who we have on here. Vida is on here. Vida is new. She's only a couple weeks in, and her flat lays are amazing. If you're looking for inspiration there, like I've not even seen bigwigs do it like she does it. It's crazy good. I did flat lays in the beginning, and my paper got crinkled, and I just kind of gave up on them. I was like, yeah, this is taking too much time, and this paper is not working. And then Vida came around, and I was like, holy crap. That looks fantastic. Her customers love it, and I need to do it. And she's new. Like, you can learn from everybody, guys. It's not just trainers and coaches that you can learn from. You can learn from everybody. And I looked where Nikki tagged her in a post on Homies about it this week. You can probably find it. And I like stalked the comments, and I was like, okay, she's foam board. I went to Michael's yesterday and I picked up some foam board, and I said, oh, look, she put little daisies on the pictures. So birds and butterflies are my thing. I bought little birds nests with birds in it and butterflies, and I've been putting that on my pictures. And it's been, not kidding, so much fun. I'm like, why haven't I been doing this for like the whole time? It's crazy fun. I loved it. And that was a big thing Megan Parker had on her post was flat lays. Do them, post them, hashtag them, get them out there. LuLaRoe does them, and they love them. So definitely something to look into if you're looking to kind of get out there and get stuff seen. That's a great thing to put on Instagram. And it looks pretty. It's very aesthetically.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why, what's the deal with flat lays? Like, I get that they look nice, but like, I feel like they don't, I don't know. I feel like they don't show what clothes actually look like on people, like mannequins do. But I don't know. Can you tell me like a little bit more about like?
Well, my thing with a mannequin that I learned talking in October to some other women is a lot of time women of all different shapes and sizes don't like to see a mannequin because a mannequin is one size. So when you're putting a 3X Cassie on a mannequin, it doesn't look like a 3X Cassie, which is why in my personal pictures on Facebook, I went to just hanger pictures. I have my stuff on hangers because you're seeing the way that it falls. Flat lays are just pretty. It's really just a way to share what we're offering. Like I did a color block Julia today because that's something new that LuLaRoe has out. Little girls' dresses with the Biancas around them. You know, it's just a different way to show it to where it's appealing to the eye. It's all about how it looks. So it may not look like a person, but for those that have been around and know LuLaRoe, it's just a way to really show off the fabrics, the styles, the different things that we have going on.
So this is Vida. I will say with flat lays, a lot of LuLaRoe styles are just a lot of fabric. Irma's, Carly's, Sarah's, Lindsay's. I mean, it's just a lot of fabric. And the huge benefit of a flat lay, I think, is putting those dresses down, dressing them up with jewelry, a belt, putting a pair of shoes next to them. People can really see how they can wear it. Whereas when they just see it on the mannequin, it can be really intimidating and it just looks like, okay, that's a lot of fabric. How is that going to look cute on me? And I think doing a flat lay, whereas it doesn't necessarily show how it would look on a body, it gives people kind of styling inspiration rather than just saying, okay, this is a Carly, it looks like a baggy dress. How can I wear it? They can say, oh, cute, she paired it with a belt, or, oh, that looks really nice with those heels, or I never thought about putting a dress with Toms. Cute. Like, it gives people, I think, ideas of how to wear it that you don't necessarily get with a mannequin.
Yep, I agree.
Thank you. That is so helpful. I never thought about it from that perspective.
If you look at them, Avery, and really like the ones that she's done, you'll kind of see exactly what she's talking about.
Oh no, I definitely will. And I've been doing flat lays myself. I just didn't really understand, I guess, the mentality behind it, and that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Anybody else? I don't think that it got quiet, Amy.
I know. Boy, that's what I'll say. That's one thing that I've learned, just to embrace the silence sometimes, because some people are like, okay, I just need a question I need to think about if I'm going to ask another one. So I know it always becomes that awkward silence.
Did anybody learn anything? Like,
yeah, that was awesome. I
think
think
if I taught one person something, I'm good.
Well, it's always the fear. You know what I'm saying? It's like always the huge fear of starting something new and not understanding Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. I mean, I'm 37 years old. I'm old. So, and I know, Cassie, you're going to come and yell at me. She always says this when I say I'm old. And getting into technology, like, Facebook's fine, Instagram's fine, but it's just also finding that one time. One thing that you, I don't think you mentioned, I keep looking, my dog is like lost outside, that's why I keep looking at over here, is the Hootsuite. So if you, or Cinch, whatever the other Cinch thing is, if you don't have time to post, or you want to like just, bang out the entire month of April into like setting up your post, you can do something like Hootsuite, and then I forget what the Cinch one is.
It's Cinch Share.
Cinch Share, where you can legitimately schedule times and posts. Like, so you can schedule like motivational Monday. So you can do every single Monday, you can do a motivational post. Oh, there's my dog. My husband must let her in.
The nice thing about Cinch Share is that you can actually post to Facebook events, which is where like I do my online things, and it's been like the biggest time saver of my entire life.
Yep. Thank you for
letting me. You can actually reuse and recycle posts. So you can like you do your like style intros once, and then you're good for life, basically.
Yeah, and it's awesome because and so you can do your entire event party just like that, boom, 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 and schedule it out like that. And in this business, it's all about what can you do to save a little time. And if you were sitting there every day going, okay, well, what am I going to post today? Take like 5 minutes here and there. You add all that managing up, that's going to take some time. Whereas if you just sat down for like 2 hours, you could get out an entire 3 or 4 weeks in that 2-hour time frame. I mean, you could go on Pinterest or whatever it might be, Instagram, and try to be like, okay, I need Carly ideas. Or you can go and put on the Carly or the Irma, the Perfect, and the Classic, and get someone to take a picture of all 3 shirts. I'm sure you've seen that shirt about like the differences. Make them your own, and then just schedule all that stuff up for, and for the week or for the month, and you could do it weekly. That's something that my assistant is starting to do right now. That's like my assistant's main goal, is to get that Hootsuite going on and have her do it the entire month, so we don't have to worry about it. Because that might take her 2 hours, but it would have taken 4 or 5 cumulative over if it was every single day. So just an idea for you guys. So it's the Sin Share or Hootsuite.
It also looks like on New Bless, that's going to be an option for us on New Bless. So you saw where the count, it did work for me one day on the day, the actual day. If it was today's day and you do it for the day, it will work. And it let me literally you could go in and you could copy it and just go right into your Instagram. I tried to do it like a few days out and it did not work, but I'm thinking that soon that is going to be something that will work.
Well, they keep talking about this big game changer, so maybe this is the big game changer that they're going to announce next month. So who knows? That'd be freaking amazing if we had access to all that. I mean, that'd be absolutely huge. That'd be crazy big for us.
It was so easy the day that I did it, where it works on that same day. And maybe it was a fluke. I don't know. I haven't tried it since, because I tried to do it 3 days ahead then the next time, and it didn't work. But it was so easy. You just go to the calendar, you enter all your verbiage, you pick the picture, and so then it was just there and ready to go. And it sends you it looks like it will send you a reminder to do it on the day.
Even better. Yeah. But anything, that's the biggest thing here is consistency, and that's a huge one I said last night on the newbie call, if you were on it, I know Angie was on it. Angie, you were on last night. And it's one thing that I had said was, when I first started LuLaRoe, my sales were out of this world. I was doing $20,000 a month. It was amazing. And then as the team started to get bigger, I was less in my VIP page, so my sales started to go down. And I was always saying, it's okay, it's not a big deal. I'm focusing all my time on the team. But one thing I will say, getting back into the game in my VIP page is 1,000 times worse. And had I just been consistent, had I just, posted once a week or once a day or whatever it is, it would have been a game changer for my VIP page. I would have, I'm doing $10,000 a month now, which that would have been nothing. I'm doing double the work than I was a year ago for half of the amount, for the half of my sales. But it's because I let my VIP page fall a little. And had I stuck with it and been consistent and been posting just engagement posts, you don't even have to have, new inventory is helpful, don't get me wrong, but even just keeping them engaged, and they say that 80-20, where every post you have should not be about LuLaRoe. It might be about pattern mixing, and I know Kourtney does it too. It might be about pattern mixing. If y'all saw that really funny thingy that her and Justin just did, that was an engagement post. That was getting people liking her feed. And the more people like your feed or what's on your page, the more your product is going to come, or your page is going to come into their feed. And I'm telling you right now, there are people that I'll see every once in a while come into my feed. I'm like, who is that? I have no idea who that person is. And it's someone that maybe I joined 2 years ago. And so I'm like, oh, delete that. So if I'm constantly commenting on Kourtney's page, her page is always going to pop up and be center of attention. So that's what you want. You need people engaged. And the number one key, consistency. And if that is the Sin Share or the Hootsuite, get that. It's $9.99 at least. Hootsuite's $9.99 a month. It's relatively cheap for them to do your work and to save you 20 hours or 10 hours. Oh, I'll do anything to save me or save me 20 hours. I will happily pay that $10 to do that. So it's just something for you guys to another item or another product that you can use, or another system that you can use to be consistent in your social media.
And touching on that too, one thing I want everyone, and I've really stressed to my girls to keep in mind, multis are great, multi-consultant sales are great, but you need to think of your Facebook group as home.
Yes.
That's your home. That's where it started for you, and that's where it's always going to continue if you take care of those people. So it's okay to vacation out from time to time, but that Facebook group that you started with your VIPs, that's home. And take care of those people, because you would take care of those people in your home. And I think that's a really important way. And I think that goes for a lot of us who have been in it for a year plus. You know, we took care of our Facebook groups, and then multis came, and we're like, oh boy, we can make some money in some multis. And we started doing multis, and now there's so many multis, and we're thinking, oh crap, I didn't take care of my group. You know, I didn't take care of my home. Now my home is trash and falling apart. And, you know, you have to think of it that way always. I'm not saying to not do multis, because they're fabulous. Absolutely do them. But take care of home first and then do your multis.
Which means your new inventory should go on your VIP page before it goes on a multi.
Always post your new inventory to your VIPs before you take it to a multi. Those people are not going to have your back at the end of the day. Take care of those who have taken care of you since the beginning. And they'll appreciate that. And I think Kina hopped off, but you know, she had even said that it was, I remember when I joined her team, it was weekly, you know, every other day, new inventory, and she would sell like crazy. And here recently, she's been like, I've got to get back to my group. I've got to take care of my group. And that's really what she's been focused on, and it's working.
Yep. I think a lot of us that have been around for a year and a half are going back to our VIP groups. You know, we are definitely putting stuff out into the multis here and there, but it's one thing that a lot of us are going back to our VIP pages. But I will tell you, we're working so much harder to get back in there. So from the very get-go, oh my gosh, whatever you do not forget about them. Make them your number one. And I like how Kourtney said it, that make them that your home. Because they're the ones that are going to stick around with you, and they're the ones that aren't going to be like, can I get a sale price? Or can I get this? You know, they're not trying to work a deal. They will fall in love with you. And, you know, if you're making that connections with them, they may shop around for different consultants or retailers, but ultimately they might start with you. There are some customers that have started with me from day one back in September of 2015, and they check with me first, and then they go elsewhere if I don't have it, which, you know, a lot of times they don't. I mean, dude, there's billions of different styles. Or prints too. So if you're treating them right and you're doing it from the get-go, in a year from now, you're going to save yourself so much heartache and so much time and frustration. Like, where are my people? I have 1,500 pieces, and I upload and I'm only selling 10, or I'm selling 5, and I'm like, what am I doing? So treat them right now, and in the long run, you'll be so much happier that you did. Okay, anyone else have any questions for Kourtney? Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.